Everybody knows that this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, is the most widely read self-help book in the world. As a matter of fact, pieces of it have been fractioned off, and some of the top speakers in the world today built entire careers just off one or two chapters in this book. I want to give you a 14-week course on Think and Grow Rich, taught the way it's supposed to be taught, and I'll explain that to you in a second. My name's Mark J. I'm here with my beautiful wife, the fabulous Davine, and you don't have to pay that much attention to me. Pay attention to my words, because we've just seen about a half a dozen whales breach out here. So keep your eye on the water behind us. Anyway, here's the deal, right? Why is the course free? That would be my question if I were you. What's the catch? Well, I don't blame you for thinking that way, because it's happened to me myself. We hear about this invited to a master class, and you go there and it's not a master class. It's a 1.5 to 2 hour pitch with the $500 bonus if you'll watch the whole thing, which is really just them overpricing the product and then taking $500 off so they get what they wanted in the first place. We don't need to talk about them. So let's talk about Think and Grow Rich and Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill's career was languishing. He was really in a tough spot. And this is a very valuable piece for me, by the way. This is actually signed by Napoleon Hill. And this, even with the torn cover, is worth about $13,000 to $15,000. But it's worth a lot more to me than that. And it'll be worth a lot more to you, too, just to go through this course. The question I'd have is, why is it free? What's the catch? Well, look at my arms. No strings. Okay, there's no strings there. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to take this course. We're going to blow you away with world-class support, real people, people helping you write a definite major purpose, hands-on. Me helping you build a plan of action, whether you're in affiliate marketing, network marketing, selling courses online. You're not going to leave there without mastering the 13 steps that will do them over about a 14-week period of time. We're going to give you the course free. Let me tell you why. There's so much inferior stuff out there today. I want you to experience what a real course run with hands-on support by people who are professionals, have an education background. I'm a successful entrepreneur in 6 different industries. And it was all built around these 2 books. I'll get to the second one in a minute. But basically, we want to give you this course, and it's really simple. Here's why. We make offerings about 3 or 4 times a year. And what I want you to do is experience what we do, so when we make an offer, you're more likely to get involved. Let's get candid here. Let's get down to the nuts and bolts, okay? Whenever a transaction takes place, somebody has to trust somebody. People are putting down their hard-earned money, trusting that they're going to get value out of the course. The reality is we do it just the opposite. We want to give you this course, let you experience how it works, and then you decide you think anything that we have to offer has value. Fair enough? Okay. Now, how can I be so confident? And if you read some of the text down below, you'll see I've been called by my beautiful bride a dinosaur. Well, I am a dinosaur. He was languishing in obscurity until he met this man who wrote the book, The Success System That Never Fails. This is W. Clement Stone. Now, W. Clement Stone, this is actual autograph here. So 2 very valuable things to me. W. Clement Stone rescued Napoleon Hill from obscurity and made Hill the household name that he is. Additionally, they combined the success system that never fails along with this to write an even more powerful book called Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. So, how did that happen, and why is that important? Well, how it happened for me, how I learned that, was in 1971. I was hired by Combined Insurance, the company that Stone built. And if you haven't heard of them and you're in sales, whether you want to call it you're not in sales or you don't want to be salesy or however you're dealing with that, it's irrelevant. He built the largest, most successful sales force in history off this book and the changes that he made to this in Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. I was hired by W. Clement Stone. I was trained hands-on by W. Clement Stone. And when he gave us these books, every student of the 24 in the class, he says 2 weeks, he said, these are not books, they're exercises. So in the 14 weeks, we're going to bring you through it as if it's an exercise. And you're going to learn things like the word persistence doesn't mean anything close to what you think it means.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
As a matter of fact, there's 4 little pieces to persistence, and Hill tells you right in this book, this is why we wrote the book, so you can take these 4 steps. Now, the interesting thing about Hill is he basically appropriated this material from a man by the name of Charles Honnell, who wrote the Master Key System. And Hill's wife, Rosa, did a beautiful job of penning this, but they left out the most important part, which answers the question, because there's 2 answers to it that need to be heard. How come people read Think and Grow Rich? Everybody reads it and they're not rich. More importantly, how come you've read it and you're not rich? I was wondering the same thing. And it got down to Hill left out the most important part. And we're going to share that with you in the first 2 weeks of live lessons. Now inside you get a live webcast once a week. You're going to get my outline because we're going to hit you with a fire hose. You're going to actually learn some stuff. But more importantly, you're going to learn R2A2, which means recognize, relate, assimilate, and apply, because knowledge doesn't apply itself. You can tell I'm getting a little passionate here, and the reason is I was taught this the right way. I'm one of the few dinosaurs left that was taught this by the man who took this book. Hill was never successful in business and turned it into the largest, most successful sales force in history. And we're not going to talk about selling. We're going to talk about principles, because in today's world, you need to remember this. Fashion comes and goes, only principles endure. What does that mean? It means that we got rich and then we lost everything, and then within 1 year we went from bankrupt in Boston here making multiple 6 figures just like that. Connections, no. Loans, no. Money, no. 13 simple principles. So hit the link now and enroll in this class, and you'll see when you hit the link, no credit card, but you do need to bring something to the table. And what you need to bring to the table is consistency. The people that don't make it, that have been through this and even been through this course with us, they simply refuse to make a sacrifice of the time, 15 to 20 minutes a day, to invest in themselves. I want to invest in you. I want you to see what world-class training is all about, and I want you to invest in you. So hit that button right now. They're all over the place. Get enrolled and get started. We're starting these live webcasts in early April. Peace out.